Previously on Legacy of Ash.
I'm not an idiot.
You know, I'm sorry you lost your planet today, but I lost my captain.
Look, I know Alderaan just blew up and we're all stressed out, but we need to take a minute and chill.
Why are we going to Corellia?
I might actually be getting a crew together, but I'll need a pilot.
If you pay me, I'll be your pilot. Shitter's fixed.
Hey, dead dude, can I sleep up there?
We find ourselves in the cockpit of the Lambda. It had just jumped out of hyperspace. Corellia off in the distance, but even more, I guess, between Corellia and the Lambda are the triangle-shaped Imperial Star Destroyers. Something that you knew was going to be there, something that you hoped against hope would not be there. And the second you got your data download from the HoloNet, immediately most wanted pictures come up. Remy's drunk file photo. It has security footage of him rolling into the hangar bay and getting cover behind the bunker. Yeah, so each one of you tells me super quick what your stock photo looks like and security footage in association with that. Go.
Oh, I look horrible, and because I've been crying. And then my security footage is just 2 Imperials dragging me back to myself.
Okay. I was going to say either that or through the transparent steel window you have this maniacal look on your face and you're like, drop the shields or I drop you, right?
Oh, or that!
All right.
My stock picture is just kind of a generic picture of a Plutonian.
It even says like eye stock or something. Yeah.
My
Star stock.
my footage
Yeah.
It's got a lot. It's actually just a group of them in a small neighborhood sitting on a corner.
Smoking death sticks. Yeah. All right. And what's yours?
Mine, I just look really mean. I've just got a snarl on my face even, why are you snapping this picture of me?
And your stock footage is just you breathing mad at a camera? Yeah, perfect. All right, so the ship is jumped out of hyperspace and you haven't, your hand is on the control.
Am I gonna go?
No.
Oh. You went.
You said for me.
Sorry, man. Okay, no. You have reams of stock footage, so what else is there?
There's tons of stock footage. It starts with us singing
It's a
karaoke.
montage?
And then it has me, throwing my pistol while breaking everyone out of the jail.
Okay.
And spilling all over the console.
Oh.
And then it has me, doing that weird twirl and missing the box, and then, doing the little side scuffle over to it.
With the word armed and extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
And, then
Right.
it's got the photo of just, me with, that, entering the Imperial Academy photo. So
Yeah,
I, look really nerdy.
Yeah. And then it cuts away, and it has this elder-looking Kuwati male, and he goes, if you have any information, the reward for any one of these criminals would be reward up to 10,000 credits. Warning, they are armed and extremely dangerous. And then below it
Is
just kind
Vox on this as well?
No.
No?
No, Vox is an astromech. Nobody, Imperials don't give no shebs.
Property.
Yeah, they don't give no shebs about gnome droids. However, you do see below the kind of scrolling readout, it says wanted by any tier of authority for treason, aiding the rebellion, and under suspicion for assisting in the destruction of Alderaan.
These Imperial bastards. That's so racist. I don't even look like that.
Womp. Oh, maybe they do have a photo of Vox, but it's a gonk droid. Oh no. Okay.
Fox feels really sad because they didn't show him.
Womp.
I know, right? They got my good side.
Womp.
I'd save Remy's highlight reel.
Download, sync, done. We're gonna make a remix music video to that. Does anyone? What are your guys' thoughts about the tag under suspicion for assisting in the destruction of Alderaan?
Most of the crimes they charged us with, I was like, okay, yeah, but that one, I'm like, we didn't do that. Well, I kind of did.
Let's hear it in scene. right, so you just saw the readout. What do you say?
So I'm assuming like not everyone's seen the readout yet because I just barely downloaded it, and I was like, "Look at this," and I just kind of like show it to everyone. We're wanted.
That's a first.
Unfortunately, one of the things that it says we're wanted for is destruction of Alderaan.
What did you people do?
What? What did you do? Why were you there?
I was just trying to get a ride.
Well, they tagged you as one of the people that helped everyone escape, so you are now being filed with treason, destruction of property, stealing a spaceship, and destroying Alderaan.
I don't even know how to destroy a planet.
Remy also, like, so it's cycling through all the stuff, and under Remy it also says disturbing the peace. Okay.
That was just Remy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which makes most Corellians very proud.
Exactly. Disturbing the peace is like...
So it was like public intoxication.
Yeah. When you guys have like a Corpsec officer show up to a house party, he's like, if you guys don't knock it off, I will not write you up for disturbing the peace. And you're like, fine. Just give us the one ticket and we'll be on our way.
Show me the ticket.
Yeah. Okay, so you're currently not moving at all. Your hand is on the throttle, right? What do you do?
We're not going to be able to go straight to Corellia.
Why?
Why? Have you seen what we're
Pick up
flying?
your visual
He
scanning.
punches a couple buttons and the digital zoom like doubles, and it's just this giant Imperial Star Destroyer
There's like
in
a
orbit.
few of them in orbit.
Look what you did.
Now, there is a small chance that you might be able to stealth your way in, but it is quite risky.
I say we try that. Well, we need to land. We need to
should go
get off
somewhere
this
else.
ship.
Yeah. So everybody, just keep in mind too. I'm not saying that you guys have to go to Corellia. If you want to try and figure out what you want to do with the Lambda first, then let's do that. But one thing that is pressing is you guys are exhausted. You're starving to death. There's very little water that doesn't taste like 3 times showered water. You know, like it's
Got that back to in it.
it's a Sheb show, right? So like it's bad. So there is like, you can even hear like the doors are open to the cockpit, and you can hear people in the background like, we're here. You know, like there's this sense of like, I need to get off this effing ship, right?
Right.
This Viking ship.
Yeah. But you also, you have suspicions that there are places nearby. Whether or not you reached out to someone, got some information, there are ways to find someone who can take this Lambda from you. But then, you're stuck with these Alderaan survivors. Unless you're just like dropping them off wherever you drop off the Lambda, then that kind of sucks for them too. So like, yeah. So what are you guys thinking?
If we're going to Corellia, we can't do it in this ship.
Where are we gonna get another ship?
Roll me a... Let's take a look here.
Astrogation.
No, this is going to be a knowledge underworld.
Ooh, I have that.
Yeah.
It's a career.
So
anyway.
you will definitely have
But I only have an
bonuses for knowing the
intelligence of
region.
one.
What was that?
I said I have that, but I only have an intelligence of 1. So.
Can we roll it as a group check?
Yeah. So,
So he has the best intelligence.
okay.
No
And
ranks.
she has a rank in it?
No,
Oh,
I
you
just
don't
have
a rank.
it's
A skill, but not a rank.
Yeah. So you have... I would say that, unfortunately, Vox is not interested in participating. He doesn't care about the ship,
But Fox needs to get to Corellia.
He is at Corellia. He doesn't care about how he got there. Right? He doesn't care about this swag ride. Yeah. All right, so nobody has a underworld rank.
Doesn't look that way.
You don't even have a rank? You're a terrible Twi'lek smuggler scoundrel. Okay, so right now we're just looking at 3 green, and we're definitely 4 green. Okay, your int is 4? Mm-hmm. Good for you. You're smart. All right, let's definitely do a boost from everybody kind of picking their brain, and I'm going to give him a boost just from being from this sector as well.
So a boost from everybody, 2 from me. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I'm
an
saying
extra.
just an extra one from you.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're like...
What am I looking at for difficulty?
That is a good question. I'm taking a look here, and I'm going to say the problem with this Lambda, it is stolen, right? So essentially, for you to be able to think of, it's going to be a little bit easier of a check to find out which planet might be the most sympathetic. But if you want like an individual, then it's going to be very hard, right? So would you guys rather kind of...
I think getting to the planet's the first step.
Deal. So let's make that an average difficulty.
Okay.
And I'll give you a setback because you're unfamiliar with this sector.
Looks good. So 3 success and 5 advantage.
Wow. Okay.
Crit.
So, yeah.
Crit my knowledge.
So you are just about as underworld savvy as possible. You've seen a lot about Duro in crime scene investigator shows.
I know somebody.
Exactly. You have 3 success and 5 advantage. How would you like to use your advantage? You definitely know that Duro is the planet that's most likely going to take this hot Lambda from you.
I would like to use the advantage to set myself up to know where to start looking.
Deal. Absolutely. So you know that surrounding Duro, you don't know much about Duro, but with 5 advantage, you do know a little bit, right? So
I know where would be the right place to look for a chop shop.
yeah. So you know that Duro is almost all orbital space stations at this point. They've been in the manufacturing game for so long that they've pretty much stripped their planet bare, right? So it's just almost all of Duro is just orbital shipyards now. So you know of a cluster that's probably going to be a little bit more friendly to your cause than some of the other ones. So, yeah. We'll just say it's in. I don't know. We don't need to name it or anything, but you just sure enough you punch in Duro. You start looking at it. You find
I
it.
just plot a course.
Okay.
Where we're going.
Deal.
But
Since
how,
I'm at the comms terminal, or the computer terminal.
Yeah. I
My
think
usual seed.
Yeah.
there's astrogation and there's comms, so I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, what were you gonna say?
how far away would that be?
It's only a couple hours.
Yeah, it's too close to jump to. So we would just use our sublight engines.
Yeah,
right
you,
there.
you could jump to it, but it would just like shave a little bit of time off, right? Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and plot a course and roll me an astrogation check.
Difficulty.
All astrogation is easy unless otherwise modified.
To success, to advantage.
Okay, so you're able to plot a course and you're able to shave a little bit of time off, and we'll say that you guys get there in just under an hour. You guys pull out a hyperspace at Duro, and you're able to kind of line up a shipyard. You guys are, you pay minimal docking fees, or I guess, yeah, because you guys are going to have to park and then kind of get out and stretch your legs, not smell
Release the herd.
not smell like Nerf Bacta combination. It's like when somebody just stinks and they use Axe body spray to cover it up. Like it's just, it doesn't cover the humidity that permeates, Right. So you guys park at the docking bay, and it's probably just going to be like 50 credits a day, right? I think that's unfortunately the captain. It's either the captain or the pilot.
See what I have.
Fortunately.
I have.
How much did I steal from the Imperials before I left?
I have 375. So
That's
Now you have
what we
300.
just went through. I have 500.
He even checks his Corellian bank account. Yeah.
it's a trap.
International or intergalactic bank of
Okay.
Corellia.
So you pay the docking fees. You guys are okay. So you're on a Duro shipyard.
Okay.
So, I guess
I'm gonna get off and look for
place.
some.
Yeah, we get off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably looking for like a restaurant or something?
Oh.
Yeah, Var's
Oh my
looking
gosh,
for food.
Yes, food.
Okay.
Someone
So-
has to, and telling all the Alderaanians to get off.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there.
Yeah. So here's my question: is you guys have a Lambda, and you guys are very much wanted list, right? Playing on
You need to
screens.
go find someone to sell
Just
it
want a
to.
burrito.
That's true. Like, I just want a cheeseburger. I don't care about anything else
I
right
have
now.
been on that shit for so long.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So here's a couple options, just because we're still kind of getting into the rhythm of this. You guys can bribe the dockmaster, right, to kind of look the other way, as you guys are in a little bit more of a nefarious part of the Duro orbit. You guys can definitely bribe him for a little bit extra, so he doesn't call authorities, right? You can try to do a deception check to essentially mask the transponder code for a little while, to buy you a little bit of time to search for this stuff. That's basically saying that every single starship in the galaxy has like a social security number, and this would be changing it temporarily, doing like a shoddy job, but on initial pass it would like
Can I just pull a tarp over the Lambda?
do you,
That's a pretty big
I don't know
tarp.
if that's a destiny point flip for a tarp that big. Like it was destined for the Outer Rim for survival stuff, but I don't know if it has like the sand tarp quite yet, you know.
Would that be a
like saying
deception
can't
check, or would that be a
wash.
mechanics check? For,
To mask the transponder code is a deception check or a computer's check.
I can do a deception check.
Deal.
I have 2 ranks and
Yeah. Or you could do like a social skill with the Dockmaster. That's a little bit harder. Like bribe is guaranteed, you know? Mm-hmm. You guys, with your obligation this high, you guys should just be aware that you're going to have to bribe people. You know,
Let's try
you're
a
just going to have to
deception check.
flirt, lie, cheat, steal, pay them off, kill them, you know. Depending on the scenario. You don't want to kill the Dockmaster here, but just in general, kill people. Yeah. Okay.
So how hard would a deception check be? 2 or 3?
So you're masking the transponder code just for a little while, right? So that's going to decrease the difficulty a little bit. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it a purple and a red, because there are catastrophic things that could happen when he scans your transponder code. Okay. You are wanted and on holovids all over the region, so that's going to add a setback. People are clearly looking for a Lambda class shuttle, right? With 20-some Alderaan survivors marching down the ramp. I'm almost thinking that's another setback. However,
You know, we should just bribe the guy.
this is hard. You're basically saying, "Oh no, we just came from Naboo. What are you talking like? You know?"
Which would you guys rather, roll or do the bribe?
Well, I'd say bribe, but I don't have any credits to contribute.
I was like, I got 25 credit. You gonna?
Yeah, I can
book
bribe
that
the guy.
bribe?
I can get a receipt and put it in my expense report.
On Corellia, bribes are tax deductible.
That's true. That's true. It's just assumed it's part of business. Yeah. Are you guys bribing or you
Eventually,
rolling?
the captain will pay me back.
Bribing or rolling?
I'm good bribing.
Okay.
I
So
was gonna say roll, but we can bribe.
Rolling
Apparently,
is
3 people want
scary.
to roll.
I didn't say that.
all right. So as she's like punching in codes, right? You lower the ramp and you walk out. And how
What are you
many
doing?
credits do you give the guy?
I'll go ahead and give him like 150 credits.
Deal.
You want
Yeah.
150.
What do you say to him?
Oh, we're just on our way here from Coruscant. Decided to take leave here in Corellia.
As you give him 150 credits, you just walk up and you're like, "Oh yeah, we're just coming from Coruscant." And he looks at it and he goes, "Well, glad to have you here at Duro."
Docking fees are more expensive in Coruscant.
Well, nobody can find parking in Coruscant. Are you kidding me?
No.
You gotta
He
park
actually thought he was just a
you gotta-
valet.
You gotta park 3 sectors away to get to the damn opera.
Expense reports.
Billable too. Okay, so the Dockmaster kind of he just kind of watches in awe as it's like a clown car sort of Alderaan herd. Just
I give him another 50 as more people are walking out.
We're on a pleasure cruise.
he goes, yeah. So it's like okay, and then we're on a pleasure cruise. Everybody has 20 minutes to buy souvenirs.
All right, everybody, we're not stopping for long. Stretch your legs.
Go to the
Use
refresher.
the bathroom, not on the ship.
Yeah, you're like Marcus. I know that you were the one that broke the refresher.
Can I get a receipt for that?
Everyone buy a change of clothes and some deodorant.
Yeah, and I know you're going to want to go snorkeling later, so don't forget your snorkels and goggles. Okay, so it's like this herd just coming down the ramp, and they're all like haggard. You know, they're looking pretty rough. And he kind of looks at you, and you look at him, and then you give him another 50 credits, and he just turns and he goes back to his station, and he just looks like he's not phoning you guys in, right? And so
Should be good.
For a while, anyway.
So, yeah, you guys, so you open the doors. Now, Duro is the space station. We'll say this space station is a little bit seedier, and it's definitely, the corridors are a little bit dirtier and grungier. You can tell that this is where a lot of, like, mechanics work, spacers. This is not like a residential sector.
This is a safety's off place.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what would you guys like to do? Go get food right away, start looking around for someone to take this Lambda from you.
I mean, I'll probably just get something from one of the, like,
A street vendor.
a street
Like a
vendor.
space dog stand?
There's
Yeah.
always that one guy with like the taco wagon right outside the door.
Yeah, so like right as you walk out of the door, you see this Rodin, and he goes, "Go ba-da-ba-da?"
I'll be like, yeah, I'll take
Sure.
one.
And so
Could I get a 30?
yeah. Yeah, so he has these like creatures that are like hanging upside down by their legs, almost like in episode 1 with Tatooine that like that
one that
Jar Jar steals. Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's
that's
just like
bad.
there's just like some creatures hanging from upside down. You're pretty sure they're edible, but at this point you really don't care if they're not.
Thanks.
It's a squeaker toy for your born scare. It's like, "Work." No, so you bite into it, and he's like, "Hey, go die," and then you pay him,
Yeah.
And then everybody's kind of like staring, and there's like a line forming. Some of these Alderaan survivors have a couple credits to scrape together. What is everybody else doing? Like, somebody's going to get real
Remy bought me
food.
lunch. So.
Oh, so
Right.
one for him too.
Yeah, I would be going to
But then I
find
like,
real food / someone to sell this ship to.
I buy
or
lunch
someone
and then I'm like, sit.
Oh no!
Pat you on the top of the head and walk away.
Yeah. Let me know how that goes. Okay, so are you going with her to get?
Yeah, I'm just like, no, thank you. I'll find
It's
something
gonna take more than
else.
whatever this is.
Okay, so does anyone? What's Vox doing?
Vox is with me. I think.
Yeah,
I
Vox
would be
is-
keeping
Okay.
a very close
Okay,
eye
because I was
on
like,
him.
if nobody asks, I'm not going to tell you, and we'll find out in 2 scenes later. Just keep in mind that you guys have like a toddler that doesn't have a leash. Okay, so yeah. All right,
We
so
could get him a restriction bolts, I mean.
you just have like a backpack leash on him, like womp, reeling him back in. All right, so he's right next to you, and he's just like staring. So you guys are going to get food, right? Let's roll a force die. Who's more the foodie of the two?
I think she would be.
Roll it to see what kind of offerings this station has. Ooh, oh my goodness, right? So she rolled 2 light side points.
It's expensive.
Now, I would say...
Nah, I'm gonna get it for free.
It's not really how...
That's how life works.
Yeah.
You're
She
hot, remember?
unzips her flight suit a little bit. She's like, follow me. And she unzips her. She goes, oh, hold on.
Yes.
Is this how you do it?
Am I doing it?
Oh my god, you're like 1 part Bernadette. No, not Bernadette. Amy Farrah Fowler, and like 1 part Brienne of Tarth. Right?
Yep.
Right. So you guys. So I'm going to say one of those points is like you guys are able to find really good food. The other one is you enjoy the hell out of it. Right. Like, so this is really good food. It's going to cost you a couple credits, obviously. But as you guys are kind of like, is it a sit down? Like, tell me what this is.
I think it'd be like a nicer restaurant where
Yeah.
you sit down and, maybe we can attempt to have some girl talk.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are sitting down. They bring you menus, and then the waiter's like hanging out for a second. He's like, "Oh, can I? You want to try our wines or anything? You guys are ordering a little bit. You maybe splurging when the boys aren't around, right?"
Yeah.
And then you see Vox like staring at the waiter, and he goes, "Womp." and he kind of looks down at the space in front of him, and he looks back up at the waiter, and he goes, "Womp." And
Meanwhile,
the waiter's like, "What? What does he want?"
What did droid want? Do you have oil?
So you're essentially thinking that he wants a menu for some reason.
Will you please give our droid a menu?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, so he kind of turns around. So this is a Duro, right? Like, you guys remember what Duro looked like? Okay, so he heads back and he comes back with, like, he has a menu and a kid's menu. And he's like...
I think Fox
Just
wants
leave them
the kids
both.
one.
Leave them
Yeah,
both.
leave them both.
He brought some crayons.
Yeah.
That's what Fox wanted.
Fox just picks up the crayons and takes them.
Puts them in his torso.
Yep.
Meanwhile, it cuts back to Bruto and Remy just eating dead animals, and we're like, men! Men! Incredible!
You guys just got off the Lambda, right? And you turn to him and you guys are eating this, like, rubber chicken looking thing, right? And you turn to him and you go, "So how's it going?"
Wanna bite?
Right? Like, what else do you say to someone after you got off a ship for, a couple days, right? Oh, there we go. Okay.
I get it.
Yep. So,
Well, slow on the uptake.
yeah. Okay.
it,
So
yeah.
we cut back to the ladies,
Eating a
and like
steak.
Vox has his
their
little
version
thing,
of a steak
and he's
now.
like ever so gently trying to like insert this pincer claw and like flip the menu, and he's like scanning it, Okay, continue.
So how are we going to get rid of the ship?
We might be able to find a cellar out here.
And buy what?
Something that is obviously a lot bigger and a lot better with my own space.
Womp,
And Fox's space too.
womp.
Yeah.
Do you really need a whole bed to yourself?
Womp.
Fine.
Were you gonna cuddle him?
No?
Okay then.
Womp.
Calm down.
Womp.
Keep looking at your menu.
Tantrum.
Now get back here.
No.
He's just gonna run around the restaurant now.
No, and you guys were like looking at the menu and like, what are we gonna do now? And he looks over and he sees like a Gooba fish tank and he's like, and he just goes over there and he's like, ting 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 ting. Continue, sorry. So you were saying, she was saying something that has my own space, and Vox has a room too.
We need something with speed.
You're coming with me.
Well, I was thinking that you guys could use the help.
I thought you were just trying to get to Corellia.
We're still going there, aren't we?
Well, yeah, but
So, I still need a ride there.
once you get there, I don't plan on staying.
What do you plan on doing?
Getting the Chev out of there.
So what's the point of going there?
Because Vox needs to get there.
Do we know what for?
Captain's orders?
So let's get him there and see what happens, and then we'll see if I need a ride somewhere else.
We'll see.
Mhm.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I have a connection that I need to talk to in Corellia, and then after that, might need to get other places.
Might need to?
Might need to.
So,
Especially since our faces are on wanted posters everywhere, should probably get to other places.
So, are you saying that you're going to need a ride?
Yes.
Well,
You guys could always use someone that can talk to people. I have a little bit...
are you saying I can't talk to people?
I'm saying I can talk to people a little bit better than you. Slightly.
What's that supposed to mean?
Womp, 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 womp. Womp, 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 womp. He pulls up and he like stops. What do you mean I can't talk to people? Are you saying I can't? He's like, womp,
Can
womp.
we get oil to fix him? Or something. That annoying screech has to stop.
I'm the one that can't talk to people?
the camera pans to Vox, and he's just standing in a corner, like looking back at you guys.
Sweet cut to us, and we're just like,
How's it going? Like you're on your third, like squibbling or something.
it's great. It's so cheap.
Meanwhile, the Rodina's like, oh, Bodega! He's like pulling them out of the fridge and just like microwaving them real quick. He hands them out and they're like limp, and he's like, and he points at a sign that says no refunds. Okay, and then it cuts back to you guys.
That's good business.
Look, I'll work for it. I'll help out. I'll do jobs.
No, I like the idea that it cuts back and you two are like sitting next to each other and you're like you guys are in a glass inn, you know? How's the conversation changed?
Best one.
So I really can't talk to people?
We'll work on it. We'll get better.
What is so wrong?
You'll teach me how to do push-ups.
You can't do push-ups?
No.
Like, not even the ones
No.
where you're on your knees
I can't.
halfway and...
And then Vox like
Vox.
puts his arms out and he goes, what?
Even the droid is better than you.
And he gestures, he goes, wah, 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 wah. He gestures to her and he goes, wah, 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 wah.
Can I get a refill?
I think we should probably go find a pilot.
I am boss here. I am boss.
What do you think we should do?
I want a refill.
Okay. Waiter!
Okay, so we cut back to you guys and roll me a maybe.
I think Streetwise
Do you
to
have
find
a
our
rank in
content.
that?
Roll
I have a
me
rank
a knowledge military.
Ugh.
Knowledge other. Okay.
That was like, is that on here?
It's in Age of Rebellion.
Oh.
Yeah, so both of you roll me just a. Essentially, you're trying to like think about something that definitely pertains to the Lambda.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
I think it'd be funny if both of our groups went off and found a cellar and it was the same one.
I would say
And we just
average.
come back and this guy.
So like you guys are eating these like squibblings and you're like staring at the Lambda, you know, just like trying to figure out what's going on. Just doing the old guy head nod
Just sitting
on.
on a park bench.
We did get some like.
Street food.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we found a guy that had some like ale, and we bought some at a cantina. To
Okay.
give away.
Yeah.
drinking
deal.
wine.
So you guys are kind of back. You're just kind of keeping an eye on the ship, like making sure this dockmaster doesn't screw you over, right? Mm-hmm. So you're just kind of staring at the Lambda, just kind of like sitting quietly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say an average check. I'm just like trying to look at the skills real quick to see what this might be. It could. I'll allow planetary piloting as well, or space piloting.
Well, heck yeah.
Or, I would say knowledge education. Yeah, knowledge education is everything that isn't, like, listed, right? So, yeah, knowledge education or piloting space.
Average difficulty.
2. Yeah.
I got 2 success and an advantage.
You got what?
I got 2 success and 1 advantage.
Okay.
3 success, 2 advantage.
Okay, so you guys are kind of sitting there, and you're just, like, crazy, you know? Just, like, kind of trying to sort everything out, like, having room to breathe, not smelling the same stale air of this, like, filter that was never installed yet. And it both almost simultaneously occurs to you that there's almost guaranteed to be a tracking device of sorts on this Lambda class shuttle. This is a deep space, like, the conversation probably goes something like, you know, what do you think this shuttle was being overhauled for? And you're like, well, you know, sometimes these Lambdas go out to the outer rim and, like, scout planets and stuff like that. And then he's, you know, so the conversation kind of goes back and forth until eventually you're like, yeah, and if any bad stuff ever happens, the Imperials know exactly where it is, right? And then you both like stare at the and it's probably been like the better part of an hour since you guys landed. Mm-hmm. What's the move? And we cut back to these two.
Couplings.
Yeah, and you guys are. I mean, it's a better part of an hour, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Both a few glasses.
let's see. You have a brawn of 1.
Oh, yeah.
So you're like
I can't do any push-ups.
like elbow on the table, feeling pretty buzzed, right?
I have like no presence or anything. You're like really pretty. Has anyone ever said to you that you're like really pretty?
Just a few times.
What's your
Like
secret?
every guy ever.
They just did.
You're just like really pretty.
I know.
Beep, beep. And then your comlink starts beeping shortly after. Beep.
What is that noise?
I don't.
Oh hey, you got a message.
I think you
It's
do
a call.
too. Oh.
You're-
Hi.
Captain, we have a problem.
Why are you screaming at me?
We need to get back to the ship. Like,
I'm not
Yesterday.
getting.
Just sell the ship now.
I'm not
get
getting back
rid
on
of
that
this.
thing.
We need to scrap it quick.
I've got Corellian salmon for you,
Ooh.
and double
Wait,
chocolate
what?
cheesecake.
What?
No, this is both dessert right now. Yeah, sorry. It's a better part of an hour. If you're just now getting your Corellian
That's
salmon,
horrible.
that's horrible. Yeah.
Maybe that is dessert. Maybe
The
it's
appetizer
special.
was just 45 minutes of wine. Right? Like,
that's how they get
just
order their
leave the
appetizer.
bottle. Yeah.
They're like-
No, so this is dessert, right? Mm-hmm. We've got like a cheesecake and of course something.
Did they
like,
bring something for Vox to tease him?
Yeah,
More
he has a cupcake with a candle in it. Like this was a long drawn out argument to where the waiter's like, fine, whatever, and he turns and walks away. Comes back with a cupcake and it has a candle on it, but the candle isn't lit. And Vox is just fine with that.
Wait, you guys got cheesecake?
We found a good place to eat.
You stupid shit. We gotta go.
You should bring me some.
I'm gonna finish this first.
Well-
You find a cellar.
Wait, who called who?
We'll be back.
It's just like a conference
That's
call.
insane too. Like, wait,
We're picking it up on
Wait.
both.
who is this right now?
Wait,
Who am I on the phone with?
The comic.
I'm gonna eat
Channel is
cake.
this?
I'm gonna eat cake too.
We're gonna eat cake.
Click. Right? All you guys managed to say was, "We need to get back to the shuttle right now." What? And she's like, "We're gonna eat cake," and then, "Hold on, we'll call you back. We're eating cake." Click.
I send her a text message that says, "Make sure you save your receipt. Business lunches are tax deductible."
What text do you send her?
It's funny because I probably called her, but then I sent her the text.
Probably.
Yeah, the boss isn't quite wise to this yet. Okay, what text do you send her that's more urgent?
Need shell now. It's a
Oh.
typo.
Shell.
Who's this?
I don't know.
I don't know this number.
Cake.
This is a 713 number. Who's 713? That's Hut Space.
It's where I lived like 8 years ago. Okay.
I haven't moved. I never got around to changing it. All right.
Yours looks really good. Do you want to trade?
No, but I'll cut it in half.
Okay, so we cut back to you two. Something about cake and click.
Can we do a mechanics check and get the
Wait a
thing
minute.
up real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
like-
You guys have to find it first.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to need is either a computer's check or a perception check to find it.
You're probably better at both of them.
Computers.
Yeah, I mean, you can look for it. You can pick
Yeah.
up visual scanning, but
Probably do.
I'll go ahead and search for it myself.
okay. So visually finding a tracking beacon on this Lambda is going to be 4 purple.
Yep. I got another
And
purple.
I'm going to give you both a black because of the urgency. How long you guys have just been sitting here with the engines off. Your computer is a 3 because you're trying to figure out like very subtle power draining.
Can I get a boost because one of the Alderanians walked by and I asked him for help to look for it?
Yeah, there's a couple coming back, and they're like,
Hey, it's been 20 minutes. We're ready to go.
yeah, no, they're
It's been way longer
they
than
have
20 minutes.
they have flip flops or they have like flippers. Yeah,
I don't know why, but we got beach stuff.
There's no beaches on
no, these
Duro.
guys have probably. We'll even say that one of them is Sen, right?
Sure.
That's a guy. Yeah, that's a guy with the name. Okay, so Sen has been kind of hanging out with you, and a couple people that were close to Sen have been talking to you guys over the last couple days. So, yeah, they're kind of hanging out, and then you're like, yeah, they keep track of him for D, like, and that slow moment, like, oh, Sheb, right? So, So they're like frantically racing around. So you get a boost. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hit it.
Just because you have more purples than you do anything else?
Yep.
Oh.
That goes away. No way.
You
2
find
success
it?
with 4 threat.
Oh shit!
Somebody done smacked their head real good.
I don't know if you failed with 2 threat.
2 threat.
Okay, so what in your computers? Oh, okay. What would you like to spend your threat on?
I think I just keep looking for it.
Well, that wouldn't really, because once he finds it, then that's going to stop your search anyway. So that wouldn't really reflect threat. If it was by yourself, then that would just add time, right? If he didn't intervene on you. So how about this? You find, we'll go ahead and do this. Okay, you find a data packet on there, like you're going through the computers, and you find some old surveillance footage from like test flights that they've been doing recently. And just dread overwhelms you almost immediately, and I'm going to have you take. I'll have you take 4 strain. Okay, coming back to you.
Summon my threat. I want to have been searching underneath the ship.
Okay.
And I hit the sensor with my head, and it just started blaring an alarm.
The tracking device.
The tracking device.
Okay. So
because it jarred it a little, and it's this is wrong.
Yeah. So it's going to be hidden under a compartment or something. That's why it was so hard to see, is because it's not visible. It's not visible. But you find it, and not even thinking, you're like, oh, here it is. Click. You know, and you realize it's hardwired in, and it just starts to beep 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 beep. You know, it's definitely very interesting now.
It wasn't on before.
It was.
Okay. So how much threat did you actually have?
I had 4.
4. Okay. So I'm just gonna have you take some strain.
Okay.
Because you basically shit yourself. Yeah. And then the 2 Allorans are like, we'll be right back. We're gonna go with everybody else, right? So they just race out and start getting everybody, or start trying to find everybody.
So I used 1 threat to turn on the alarm, and then took 3 strain. Is that right?
It's either 2 and 2 or 1 and 3, whatever you prefer.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it up to you. Okay. So it's gonna take a minute or 2 to go through these files. Actually, you'll almost immediately kind of get a feel for what they are. They are surveillance footage of local space, and it's really only they were doing a sort of a video camera test on the nose of the Lambda, and it was just kind of flying around lazily. It has a lot of 360 sensor data, right? And one of the things that you immediately notice is that the Death Star firing is picked up on the 3rd and final video, or sensor data, right? And so you have sensor data of the Death Star firing on Alderaan, which in turn would prove that the Empire fired on Alderaan. Now here's why you took 4 strain. You, having been very much a criminal most of your life, you immediately know that this information is dangerous to your person to have, right? Sure, it's great information to have and it's valuable, but if you or someone else really farkles this up, then you could end up dead in a hot second if you gave this to the wrong person. So it's going to be very tricky to find someone to get this to without risking your life, if you want to do anything with it. Now, this, like I said, this information is very lucrative, because knowledge is power in the galaxy. Okay, we're going to cut back to you guys, and you guys are just finishing dessert, right? Mm-hmm. Vox is doing this lean back, he's so full, you know? He's just
his cupcake's
whoa.
still just sitting there, or he's destroyed it with his...
Well, no, he just put his face into the cupcake earlier, and then he's just leaned back, and he's just frosting smudge on his...
It's on his lens.
It's a little bit, yeah. It's a little bit. And some Alderanians just kind of run in, and they're frantically looking around, and they go, Captain, we have to get out of here immediately.
All right, lead the way. You're paying, and then
Yeah, and Fox goes, "Womp," and he, Yeah.
Fox. Follow the
No, he turns around and he has this little port on his back that shoots a couple credits, like as a tip, and then he races off, right? I mean, he's been a service droid once upon a time. He knows the woes. All right, so you guys, you kind of just throw some credits down. You guys bail.
Yeah,
and-
totally not enough to pay for our dinner out there. I'm just like, okay.
In fact, you counted what Vox left, and you just doubled it. Like even though, okay, it's
Box left maybe 5.
yeah, maybe 5. Yeah. So you guys, as you're racing back, these survivors are telling you that they found a tracking device on the Lambda, and there's almost guaranteed to be Imperials on the way.
Sheb,
Let's get a new ship.
what did you guys do while I was gone?
Can I roll a streetwise to find a seller?
Yes, you may.
Okay, how?
Are you racing back to the ship, or are you gonna meet up with them in a second?
I'm gonna meet up with them in a second. I want to
You're
find
like,
someone.
let me
who's gonna
check
buy
one
it.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's
So
over here when it's beep, beep, beep.
yeah.
Chops!
So how
Chops, turn
difficult?
it off!
How
I would like to make
difficult
this
will
go
that
away.
be?
Deal. So you're doing a streetwise,
Yeah.
and you're doing mechanics. Okay, your mechanics to remove this is 2 purple. I'm definitely going to give you a set
What's
pack
my-
because it's beeping.
Oh, sorry.
Your streetwise is going to be as well 2 purple.
And do I have a setback?
You tell me.
I would think I would because I have.
Yeah, there's
I don't-
Imperials on the way. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty disconcerting.
Has my character been here before?
No,
No.
probably not. Does your character work better under the influence, or like what is she? What kind of drunk is she?
I feel that she knows how to handle being drunk pretty well.
Okay, like there's different kinds of drunks though. There's like I love you drunk. There's like flirty drunk. There's like
She's probably
shit show drunk.
She's a flirty drunk.
Okay, so then very
even-
much a boost. Yeah,
even more
you're basically
so.
like walking up and you're like, "Hey, sweetie," and it's just like a door, like, oh, like, but
Me?
I'm married. What do you want?
Walking on a hall.
Yeah. All right. And you rolled your mechanics?
Not yet.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna pull out old Missy, my cutting laser.
Okay. Cash's dog?
Those are all success.
And
Yes, they are.
They found us a
I
seller.
have 4
And the fire.
success.
Deal. You are able to sever that. It has definitely been. You kind of check a timestamp real quick. It's been transmitting ever since you guys got out of hyperspace. There's no doubt that the Imperials aren't aware of this Lambda shuttle at this point. Okay, we're gonna cut back. What did you get?
I got 4 success.
Whoa. Okay.
Can I say I found someone to sell it to and someone to buy a ship from? Can I say I found someone for a trade? Plus we owe them money.
Plus, you owe them money.
Well, we still need to make up the difference.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to
Yeah.
say? Like, we traded in, but we still have to, like, pay.
Yeah. So you're kind of walking around. You're like, hey, so let's pretend for a second that I wasn't really a big fan of the Empire. Like, and hypothetically, there was like
Hypothetically, I have
Imperial
this
property
hot
that I needed
shit
to get rid of.
that I don't want.
And he's like, he goes, so this Duro that you're flirting with is like, what do Duros sound like? Probably French, those bastards.
Yeah, that's kind of what I picture.
Now I just have to butcher my French accent. Okay, let me see.
I'll sit and watch.
Oh, perfect.
You guys.
Hey, the fonts.
Targaryen.
Yeah. Hey,
Do that
hey,
for every alien.
I sure can. I'm the GM. We're playing on my team. So he goes,
Not human.
Yeah.
Toydarian.
they're not human, and they're not monkey Wookie. They're Toydarian. Yeah. So this Duro says, "Oh, you're looking for Bengal's bargains."
Yes.
Yes, he's a used starship dealer.
Where do I find him?
Yeah, he's not far. I can show you if you have
Please
time.
do.
Yeah, so he kind of puts out his arm, and you guys walk, and you're kind of like doing a little bit sway. Who did Vox go with?
Fox is with me.
Okay, so you make it back to the ship, and right as you make it back to the ship, Bruto is like switching off the transponder or the.
Do we walk
tracker.
past them as we're
No,
walking?
this
to
is kind of
the...
different direction.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Can I use a destiny point to hurl this beacon out into space?
Yeah. So like
Like leaving it on.
yeah.
Attach
So
it to a different ship.
oh, I don't know.
Just throwing it out. Like,
Okay.
So it looks like it's leaving.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you definitely can do that. So I'm just trying to think like.
I'm gonna take one of my spare power cell and jury rig it real quick.
So it just creates a good blast.
So it stays on.
Okay.
So it has power.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It
Yeah.
has like one rocket just going.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, you add some power. You rig up a power supply to it real quick, and there's actually you guys turn to the dockmaster, and sure enough, Remy gives him another 50 credits, and he sets it up on this like garbage chute thing, and he just gives it a good launch, right? Just
He was
shoots
just
out.
hoping he'd have an opportunity to shoot some garbage out into space.
Yeah, they use this for junk mail as well from time to time. Yeah, it's a fun game. So you guys launch this tracking beacon out, and
250 credits, by the way.
Can I send a text message to the rest, or a
Did you get
space
it?
message to the rest of the group of, hey, whoever wants to help pick our new ship, come find me!
I might need to go.
yeah, and then a second later they go to social media and it says Var has checked in at Bango's Bargains.
Probably. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and it says with Cleto or whatever. Cleto and Var are now friends.
Yeah, no. So if you guys want to help pick out the ship we're gonna get out of here with, come find me.
And then you
other
and you get a
problems.
snap and it says this guy's pretty cute, right? She's like, she's already set me up. What the hell? Bold move.
Did she put her snap in her story?
Yes.
Duh.
Duh.
Okay.
It all
So
goes to story.
I'd like to roll an underworld check to see if I know if Bango's Bargains is actually a good place.
Yeah, deal. Go for it.
What's my difficulty?
Pretty damn hard. I don't think
I'll
you.
take 4.
I was like, I don't think you make it to Bango's Bargains very often. You have seen his commercial, like, "Hey, I'm Bango."
It's everywhere.
What species is Bango?
He's a Duro.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not Toydarian, but they sound very similar. Yeah.
I'm picturing him as like a basilisk, so.
Oh, okay.
But
It's like, "Hey, welcome to Bango's Bargains."
So, I have a straight wash.
Completely?
Yeah.
You wanna flip it?
Destiny.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at 3 and 3 again.
No, other way.
We'll take
Ew,
it,
that's
though.
right. That's the thing.
We're at 1
Wait.
and 5
It's
again.
Yeah.
2. Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Wait. What?
It's 1. You guys
One
took a
white.
good one.
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
1 fail, 2 advantage.
Okay, so you threat would be misinformation. So you don't know anything about Bango's Bargains, but what is your advantage? You have 2 advantage. Okay, so
But you find someone who can point you how to get
I've
there
heard
real
some
fast.
rumors around the station that he's very susceptible to certain forms of flattery,
very much so.
and
Very
I'd
much
like
so.
to pass along that
You-
knowledge to our very flattering.
You learned this from the Rhodian shop vendor, street vendor, you know, and he's just like gossiping, and he's like, he told you that
I can't get him to shut it
Bango's
off.
a real sleaze, right? Like, yeah, absolutely.
But, I phoned up my friend real quick.
Yeah, fair enough.
My comlink can let her
Yeah.
know.
So your comm link goes off, right? Yeah,
Hello.
we're gonna do this in scene.
Hi.
What?
Is that a guy?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Are you
Is
there?
he bigger than me? That's not canon. No.
Retcon.
Or is that you?
Yeah. What? What do you need?
Hey, so
He sounds Clatoonian. Is he Clatoonian?
I've got some information. Where are you?
Okay, it's fine.
I'm on my way to Bango's Bargains.
Oh, this is great. I got some information about him.
Oh?
Turns out he's a real sleaze,
Okay.
and a little bit of flirting might go a real long ways, if you know what I mean.
Okay. I can work with that.
Uh,
Am I picking this ship out by myself, or is anybody?
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
I had another situation to deal with.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you hear.
I grabbed the comm. We're on our way. Just soften him up a bit for us.
Yeah. And then
hurry
Remy goes,
up.
I shot something out of the space station. It was awesome.
You should have seen it. It was so cool.
Bye.
Yeah, and Vox goes, whoa! All right, so
Just hung up on them.
yeah, we cut back and he's like, "Who's that?"
Just they're watching the ship I need to sell.
And then so Bango walks up and he goes, "Let me." I'm just so bad at aliens. Like I promise I'm good at D&D voices. I promise.
While you're thinking of that, I'm still on the comms because I didn't know she hung up, and I was like, "You should have seen it. It went all the way into orbit. It was awesome. You would have loved it."
You can blog about it later. We've got to go.
And then I hear boo-doo-doo to make a call. Please hang up and try again.
And then everybody looks at you and you're like,
I was like, Var, your voice changed.
"Oh, you boring conversation, anyways."
Give that back.
All right.
Yeah, because it's your call.
I'm trying to pocket my comb.
So we cut back and he's
Probably
like,
for them
that's
it's
he's
not
like,
as sticky.
so he goes, "Hello, beautiful.
I hear you're the best man to come to buy a ship.
Of course, welcome to Bango's Bargains. I've got any ship you need. What are you looking for?"
I'm looking for the fastest thing you've got.
"Oh, then you're looking at him, sweetie."
Looking
I
for the-
show up
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what about me?
Where's mine?
To her? Oh.
I'm just like, what about me?
What about you? Hi, I'm Bango. Welcome to Bango's Bargains.
Don't worry about it. So this ship.
Oh, are you two together?
No, she's my friend.
Oh, okay. Do you want to be together? Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
That's exactly what I was
I'm not sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. That's canon.
That's canon.
Okay, so this other guy, he gives you his comlink number. He tells you, did we give him a name?
It's the guy that walked me over here?
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
don't
did.
know.
I can't remember it.
Well, we're gonna
bother
give
to
him.
write it down.
He told her his nickname because now. Oh, would you even keep his comlink? Honestly, okay.
Well, he like.
You guys are friends, though.
Yeah, they're friends on
social media.
Facebook now.
Friends on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I have a.
The second you're off planet,
I have a
delete.
friend. No, I have a friend. I give her number out for all the people that I need, and she talks to them for me.
Is this outside of the whole sphere of what's going on, or
Yeah.
is this your friend that
No,
you give her those comlink?
no.
She's like, I keep getting all these guys calling me.
It might develop into that. It won't-
Sometimes I might.
It's like a 30-second awkward call.
We're not to that point yet. No,
Okay,
I have a
no.
friend, and
Okay.
she never
Yeah.
knows what's going on.
Yeah.
She talks to him.
Timeout ripped in the timeline. Like 3 days later, you get a comlink message that says, "What the hell, Var?" And that's it. Yeah, total sleazeball. Sent me a squibbling pic first day. All right, we cut back to current timeline, and so Bango is hanging out. He's got two beautiful ladies, right? To each their own, right?
One. You got one over there.
Presence of one. A little rough around the edges. It's been 3 standard days since 3 standard space days since you shaved your eyebrow. You know.
I was doing my makeup as we were landing at Duro.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and then so you guys are coming eventually, or what's the plan?
I think we're just on our way.
Yeah,
Okay, sounds
we're
good.
on our way over there, and as we're like heading over there, I'm explaining to him that we need a mechanic for our group, and I'm basically turning this into like a pyramid scheme. So I'm like, if you like recruit someone, she said she'll give you a 50 cred bonus a month.
Who's left for him to recruit? Her and I already talked.
But he doesn't know that.
There's other people, and he turns to Vox and he goes, "What are you doing later?" So, no, because Vox is with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll cut
How
back
much
to
does
that.
it pay?
I don't know yet, but it's a bonus 50 creds if I get you.
And cut. We're gonna come back to this. Okay. So Bango goes. He said. So what kind of ship can I get you?
I'm looking for a trade here, Bango.
Okay.
I want big guns. What's
setting me
that
up.
supposed to mean?
Oh, you're not from around here, are you? Don't
I
worry.
just want to shoot
Don't worry.
shit.
Hollow net it. You'll get it later.
She's got
It's
a
a
little bit of learning
joke.
to do. We'll work on her.
Yeah. If you're looking for guns, I've got just a ship for you. You like rockets?
Love them.
Yeah, well, I've got a ship with so many rockets it's practically illegal. Okay, just as soon as I find my inventory here. Perfect, right here. He brings up his old data pad.
Great ship.
Well, he has the data pad, and then he has them locked in different. You're not going to actually see him, but he basically brings up his data pad, and he kind of whips something Minority Report up to like a bigger display, and he brings up this ugly hunk of ship that just looks like a
Turtle?
no, not quite a turtle. I'm not gonna say. Okay, yeah. So it just has like handles, and I mean it's pretty bad. And he goes, "This here is a YKL 37R Nova Courier, right? They don't make them any more loaded with guns. How many gunners you got?"
Me.
We just have the one. Hey, Bango. What? You've got something better than that for me.
Well, if
got
it's just one gunner, this is almost a waste, right? I mean, it's
never a waste.
It's
We
just
need
got
some.
that
Hey,
many
hey,
guns.
look at me. We need some speed, a little bit of space, just
okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
We're looking for a trade here.
Yeah. What do you got to trade? What do you got? YT. You got Mon Calamarian.
It needs a little
got
bit of
income.
work, but it's great.
A little fixer-upper.
A little bit of a fixer-upper. You'll
Okay.
find the perfect person for it here.
You got transponder ID?
My pilot's on his way, so he'll have that information for you.
Q pilot and him walking up and he's like, "So you're telling me if I give you 50 credits, right, and then I get 50 credits, right?" And you guys walk in.
You're not answering the big question. What is my
Hey,
pay?
boys!
Yeah.
I mean, we'll figure that out. It
Hey,
depends
pilot!
on how much inventory we bring in a month.
Hey, pilot,
I'm not
look
saying-
at
Hey, pilot!
Anything without a steady paycheck.
Hey, pilot!
And then we walk up and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Did you save me some cake?"
No, I have a very nice.
Do you like the
gentleman here.
ship?
Do you guys
right
want to
there?
buy this ship or not?
I mean,
Look, Bango's got a lot of work to do.
Nobody talk.
we need a ship, yeah.
Nobody talk. But you and
Is it because I'm not good at talking?
we talked about this. We're gonna work on it. Right now's not the time.
And Vox turns to you guys and goes, "Womp, womp."
Oh, I know, right?
Time. We'll get some more wine before we leave.
Fuck my dick.
Yeah, and-
Basically, my
no,
conversations with Vox is I always give very vague responses
Yeah.
to him to act like
No.
I know what he's saying.
But you look at him and he has frosting on his face for some reason, like on his dome. He's yeah, space vanilla, delicious.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. You know, some people say vanilla's boring, but not Corellians.
Was this imported from Coruscant? Was that a Coruscant vanilla?
You're gonna get lockjaw from that.
Okay, cutting back. Right, so,
So we need like a used ship, but like I told you, we need a little bit of space,
yeah.
some speed to it.
Are you interested in some of the classics? Like I've got a couple YT 1300s out of this galaxy.
A little bit more than that.
I've got some newer stuff.
I want my own bunk, and I'm captain, so I should like have my own space.
We'll get it. Don't worry.
So he's kind of looking at you guys like
I just wandered off. Or wait, you said they're not just sitting in the.
he has like display cases with models
So what's,
of like
what's
like
this
almost
new stuff?
X-wing sized ships. You know,
What's this new stuff?
it's like well,
Newish. New
yeah. So I've got YT 1930s. I've got YT 2000s.
You have a YT 1930?
Yeah, it's okay. I've got a YT 2400 that's out of this galaxy.
Let's talk about this 1930.
Oh,
What would you?
You like the look of it, huh?
I do.
Yeah, it's sleek. It's sleek.
It's so
yeah.
pretty.
Fastest ship on the lot.
Almost as pretty as the guy who owns it.
Well, I mean,
You mean the guy that's about to own it?
No,
Thank
I
you.
do not.
so look, if you're looking for speed, look no further. The YT 1930's got speed. It can outrun.
Does it have guns?
It's got a gun.
A gun? Is it a good gun?
It's it's like a dual laser.
Does
so
it
it's got
have-
guns. Yeah.
Specs.
Does it have a captain's quarter?
I
Something
mean-
that can be a captain's quarter.
We definitely got something that can be a captain's quarter.
What do we have for general power
go.
output?
Yeah, so we got
I'm good at
got a-
talking.
Thank you.
The 1930 has a T1000 liquid metal dispenser.
I don't know what that means.
It's much better than the
They call it the
T600s.
Terminator.
The T600s, they're old models. They're practically, the YT 1300 has a T600 motivator. It's
Well, I don't know. I think we might do better on the 2200.
I think the
we don't
24.
24s are out of commission, friend.
1930 sounds like what we need to do. Now here's my problem. Our ship is not in the greatest condition.
Yeah, you said
Some people might be looking for it.
Data pad.
are we talking Imperial complications?
Maybe a few, but I think that's something that you can deal with no problem.
I mean, Bango has given the slip to the old Imperials a couple
See?
times. All right, roll me whatever social check you're flirting with pretty hard to get this to get this
What
deal
am
going.
I? What is
So I'm just gonna say
charm?
yeah.
It's charm.
So it's gonna be a easy check, right?
So just
You've been
one?
flirting it up a little bit, yep. He is distracted. It's gonna be 2, but you have a boost for sure. I'm thinking here. So
Do you have any
you seem to know your ships, right? You seem to know your ships. So because you do have ranks in piloting,
Yeah.
so you know
Little
your
bit.
ships. So that's a major turn on for him, right? He's tired of explaining what the T1000 power converter. Okay, so go ahead and add another boost in there because he's pretty excited to talk shop with a lady. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah, it looks like he's about to take this Imperial, this Lambda shuttle from you guys.
So hard.
So I have 2 success and 2 advantage.
Deal. So he agrees to, yeah. So he says, of course, after I get a chance to examine the the state of the ship.
Of course.
So what would you like to use your advantage for? How about this? You can tell that your charm is working, and you start laying it on even thicker, right? Like you can tell that he's in the mode. So like when it comes time to talk prices, then
Like
you're gonna
it'll go
get
down a
a
little bit?
boost. Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna get beneficial dice to kind of
Okay.
help you out because
I like
he's pretty excited to do business with you. So he brings up these, he swipes over to the 1930, kind of throws it up on the big screen. It's a pretty sleek looking ship. It's definitely built for a sort of run and gun kind of style instead of like a tank and spank, or like a. It definitely has the Corellian feel. The what is it? The CEC, is that the corporation?
Yeah.
The Corellian Engineering Corporation or something. Yeah. So it definitely has the look and feel, but it doesn't have like the offset cockpit. It's kind of centered. It has the 2 like mandibles, and it has this kind of differently shaped cargo bay on the back. At home, you can Google this, right? You can use the HoloNet to find yours, but we're not going to show it on screen because any images I found are copywritten. So, YT 1930 is the ship we're looking at. So, we're basically gonna screen wipe. You guys are back at the Lambda, and he's like, yeah, it looks pretty good. He brings up the transponder code, and it's still the fake one that you whipped up earlier. Oh no, we didn't whip one up yet. And he's like, yeah, this is classified. It's like, I actually know a couple people that would pay top credit for a classified Lambda.
This works out great.
And then we cut back. You know how like in movies, not a single word has been exchanged, but 15 minutes has passed? We cut back to the same thing is, so what are we talking prices?
We left the ramp open when we left, so air out.
Oh, have the fan running? Yeah.
Is
So
there just like a group of Alderanians kind of standing outside it?
Yeah, are they gonna fit on this wide 19?
They can go in the cargo.
They can.
Maybe we
It's
just
an
accidentally
alley.
leave without
They
them.
oh no,
We'll roll for
says
it.
the bodyguard motivation comrades. Okay. So we cut back to Bango's Bargains, and it's this, like I said before, it's this beautiful, like, clean shop, and it has these models everywhere and these big displays, and like, welcome to Duro, home of CEC's, main engineering or whatever. So we cut back, and he's in the sales room now. You get to bring one friend with you. The rest are like sitting out there eating like a day old popcorn. So who else would be the co-signer on this?
Would it be captain or pilot?
Captain.
Probably captain.
Captain.
What are you guys doing?
Eating popcorn and get the taste of the dead
I'm
animal
trying
out
to
of
come
your
up with
mouth.
names for it.
Okay,
Enjoyed
yeah,
that flavor.
yeah. Fair enough. So you guys are trying to come up with names. All right.
Yeah, so she'd be in with me.
Yep.
Okay, so we cut here, and he goes, so go ahead and roll me. So he's like, it's like, listen here, all right. This is a used ship, so I'll knock off some of the price. I paid a lot of money for it, but I'm willing to let it go, for a reasonable price, of course. So let's go ahead and have you roll me a negotiation check, and this is to negotiate a fair kind of compensation for this
Okay, is this where I get boost from the
You will get a
advantage?
boost. Yep.
So
And we're gonna flip a point for it.
Okay.
I change one to
The
a...
dark side is strong.
So what?
So you will upgrade a green to another
Yes.
yellow.
No, that I just did
Okay,
that.
deal. So you don't have any ranks in negotiation?
No, but I have a 4 in presence.
You poor thing. Okay.
I know.
Do you
So
have any ranks in negotiation?
no.
No, I'll
No,
take
not-
that as
not
a
it.
no.
She's got a 1 in presence. You want her to roll?
I have a one in villain, I've got
But you
ranks in
can
both skills.
you can contribute a boost, but I almost want to add a setback because of it, because you're just like, it only has the one gun, you know? Like, she's still on the fence about this ship, but
I mean,
you're...
her complaining that it only has the one gun might make him drop the price a little more.
Oh, okay.
Because he's like,
He wants to
you're
be
right.
sure to close the sale.
Yeah.
He's got to, like, feed his family.
But, yeah.
He's gonna go talk to his manager. See what
But
he can
there's
do.
a big marquee that says Bango's Bargain. Bango is definitely the manager.
Just goes in the back and talks to
Yeah.
Just goes to the bathroom.
That's perfect. That's perfect. We'll even do that. Okay. So so do you want to contribute or do you just want to let her rock this? Like,
I might make things worse.
It was like when her contributing also add a setback.
yeah.
No.
Exactly. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, so we've got for difficulty,
Sign the paperwork.
we're going to use his.
My
like, a
name's
card
gonna
for
be on
him.
this ship. Now you gotta stick with me.
She's one of the co-signers, you know.
You did that on purpose.
How
I
convenient.
haven't noticed
You know
it
what
yet.
happens when a cosigner dies? The ship just transfers to the other signer.
No wonder.
It is unfortunately 2 reds and a green.
A purple, you mean?
Yeah, that.
I mean, I'll take a
I'm gonna give
green.
you an extra boost because you have been flirting with him, and that last time was
I gave him my comlink number.
oh. But he does this thing. So do you give him your real comlink number?
I give him my real comlink number because I feel
Okay.
he might be that one
His
kind
contact
of
number's
creepy
going on the
person.
form.
He might be that kind of type of creepy
I was
person
gonna say
who calls immediately
no. The
or
second you do,
texts.
he's like, "I'm gonna text you from my number just to make sure." Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I gave him my real
Okay,
number.
okay.
I plan to delete
and
it.
and
as soon as we're done.
on the table, and he's like, he just smiles widely. Oh, you're never gonna hear the end of it. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna delete it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you delete it. He still has yours.
He has your social number, you know, like he has your like your Imperial
Hey, maybe
registration.
it'll come in handy later.
Okay, so go ahead and roll it. Yeah, so we have our dice pool.
Okay, wait. Penguins panties? Nope, not penguins panties.
That's a little bit of failure right there.
Blast.
So wait, this was on a
I
blast
think
and
you
a-
actually will succeed.
And then that
'Cause
goes.
You
that
have.
becomes a penguin.
Yep.
And that goes.
She succeeds, everyone.
It
Woo!
looked like failure when I looked at it.
It was pretty rough. There was a lot of
So I
there was a
succeed
lot of failure.
with 3 advantage.
All right, so the trade-in value for your
Good
class,
day.
like you really stress, like, oh, if it's classified, right? Like you really have no other options at this point.
It's
But-
stripped down, ready to set up your own floor plan.
Yeah, I mean, these things aren't even bolted in, right? Okay, so he is going to give you 100,000 as a base, and then for every success you had in addition to that, he will give you an extra 5,000 credits.
Success or advantage?
Success.
Okay, because I only had 1 success.
Okay, so you have 105,000 credits worth of like store credit, right? Worth of trade-in value. Advantages, he'll even throw in a few bells and whistles, right? So how many advantages do you have?
3.
3. Woo! Okay, so
We got off star for a year.
okay.
Would you like space side assistance or planet side assistance?
Perfect. So I'm gonna write this down and we will figure this out because we're coming up on a break super quick. So you have 3 advantage. And when you guys actually get to the ship, you'll be able to, like, he's like, oh, I'll throw in some fun stuff, right? One of them is a gift basket with shots of him. Like, it's pretty bad.
They're all autographed.
Look, you can test out the trash compactor.
Deal.
We get the special bingo bargain smoothie
All right,
maker.
so real quick, they're in there like signing the paperwork and stuff like that, and we cut back And these two are coming up with ridiculous ship names because they're nowhere even near it, right? Mm-hmm. So what are like? Just rattle off like 3 ridiculous ship names.
Shooter. OOTA.
Toydarian Surprise.
And Vox goes womp 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 womp.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of good, but it's a little long though.
Womp womp womp.
Better. I like it. We'll write it down.
We'll put it on the list. And you fake, right? Okay. All right, and then so we cut back to these guys, and they're doing more paperwork, and he's like just grinning at you as like you're signing, and we cut back to you guys.
Nickelback.
And Bruto goes, no, not Nick. No one will take that ship serious. Yeah.
Scorn rail out. The Red Rocket.
And we cut back to these guys. Okay, so we cut back, and you guys are like signing the last of the paperwork for the trade-in. You know, saying that to your best knowledge, the trade-in vehicle does not have any sort of liens against the transponder code. You know, just to the best of your knowledge, the vehicle has never been in an accident or involved in any kind of criminal activity.
Nobody told us.
To the best of our knowledge, this vehicle is not stolen.
And like every once in a while, you
not
look
dead
up at him
body
to
in it.
see if like.
To the best of our knowledge, we did not leave all the dead bodies in there for him to clean out.
We're gonna have to grab the captain before we go.
No, we will not grab any of them.
Okay.
Put him in the trash.
So he basically goes. He's like, so you ladies have any plans for your? I'm assuming you're gonna be staying here for a little while. I mean.
I think we're gonna go straight to Corellia when we're done here.
Oh, Corellia! I actually have tomorrow off. I just heard about this gorgeous nightclub. Well, it's not gorgeous. It's a work in progress. But I mean, someone like the two of you ladies would definitely stand out.
I would.
Very much so. Yeah. There's a. I met a Clutunian there the other night. Much like your friend, but they kind of look the same. But. He was a pretty interesting character. There was a Corellian too who seems like after a couple drinks you two would get along perfectly. So he turns back, he goes, Blue Pearl tomorrow night, are we in?
Let's do it.
All right. And he texts you immediately that says, and you get a shoot, what's the Star Wars? Yeah, you get like a Star Wars Google.
It's like a Google Plus invite, so it adds it to your calendar immediately.
And there's already like a Spacebook like announcement that says like event Bango and ladies, Bango and his ladies at Blue Pearl. Yeah. So the Blue Pearl from just the quick conversation is in Blue District, which is kind of like a sort of seedier side of Coronet from what you've kind of heard. We cut back to these guys for one last ship name.
I don't know. Space Opera, New Hope,
Nerf Turf.
Star Warrior.
Sheb Shack?
No.
Womp womp.
That was the same one you said last time. I wrote
Womp.
it down.
Womp.
Yeah.
And he grabs the sheet and he goes womp, and he just throws it, and the sheet flies up to the camera and cuts back as the Duro's like shuffling papers, and he's like, so what's the name?
That's a really nice shot.
What?
I'm a videographer, let's be honest.
What color is it?
It's a real nice sleek blue.
Ooh.
Yeah. These 1930s.
Like her?
Very, very much. I mean, not nearly as sleek as her, of course, but it's gorgeous. The two of you, I mean, this ship is to die for. Much like your company, of course.
My company too?
Of course, yes, of course.
Our company.
Yeah.
What are we gonna name it, Captain?
Oh,
It's up to you.
you said it was blue, right?
Like a cobalt.
Oh, yeah. How about Cobalt Crate?
Oh,
Put
sleek,
it down.
powerful. I love it. All right, I'll get those transponder
Sleek and
codes.
powerful.
There's just one slight problem. So the ship itself factory off the factory is about 135,000 credits, right? But
We're buying a used one,
well,
though, right?
yeah, of course. And like I said, I'd work with you on the price, but Bango's got to make a living here. He's got to take his ladies out to the club
How
every
much
once in
do
a
you
while.
think you're gonna sell our ship for, though?
So the ship isn't the problem, right? I'll knock 30% off, no problem. Okay. It's got, just take it to the shop, get it checked out, maybe get the levels kind of taken care of, top it off.
We'll get us to Corellia before a shop, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Alright.
The problem is transponder codes. You guys are flagged. Something fierce. So don't worry, Bango can take care of you, but it just might cost a little bit extra.
How much we talking?
How about this? We'll talk tomorrow night at the Blue Pearl, and we'll figure out about them transponder codes.
That sounds great.
Yeah, and of course you have 3 standard days with the sticker in the back window. So, but then you have to register it.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right, we cut back to these guys, and at this point,
Remy's
there's like
just
a
like kind
huge
of on the
argument.
ground, like picking up the papers, like, Vox, you're so dumb, okay? Why'd you have to do that?
Ship Shack.
It's not gonna be Shep Shack.
Fox, whoa, whoop! And he turns back to you. And
No!
he grabs the papers out and he like rips them again. And
You've lost your naming rights, Vox, and I pick up the papers and I start storming off towards the hut.
yeah. All right. So I think with us, so we'll cut back one last time to Bango and the ladies, and he gives you like your fob for the new ship, right? Has the little clicker on it, has the hidden key, but it's the push start. It's a newer Corellian model, right? So he gives you the key. He tells you it's in the hangar bay 62, and it's all yours. The fob will get you in, or he gives you a code to the hangar bay. The fob will get you into the ship, and he tells you basically you'll have about 10 minutes to get anything out of the Lambda that you need to, and then it'll be his. All right, and I think that's where we will call it a session with us acquiring the Cobalt Crate. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful night. We will see you guys later.
Is Bango married?
You don't see a ring. You do see a giant fucking chain though that says Duro Life.
Yes.